stream, weekly stream, every Sunday that you can catch here at 5 o'clock. And I'm Ultra Silver 2 and joined here by the one and only, insert name here.
Hi everybody, Lord Dark right here. Um, Sorry I haven't been streaming the last couple weeks. First I had to fix some serious audio issues with my gameplay, and then second I had to get over the flu. That was a lovely time.
Yeah,
Um,
nobody likes the flu.
Probably
Any
would help if I clicked
particular
on the
strain.
app.
Yeah, pressing that live button would probably help.
Oh no, I was live. I just forgot to click on back onto Warframe.
Oh, yeah. Can't really make anything work if it's not your
But
actual
if you
window.
want more regular Warframe content, go ahead and check out Ultra Silver's channel. Ultra Silver 2.
Yep, that's me.
He uploads much more regularly than I do.
I try. I haven't really uploaded in the past 2 weeks because of issues, but that's behind us now. Moving forward, bright futures, 2026, all
Yeah,
that good stuff.
if you're expecting more story, sorry folks, today's gonna be yet another filler episode.
Yeah. Um.
I don't know what we're doing, but it will be
Um.
filler.
Probably gonna be picking up rocks.
It will be canon filler.
Yes. I realize I should have more explosive stuff. So let me get explosives because we're gonna be going to the Cambrian Drift on Deimos and looking for rocks. And also leveling up my Magnus and his. I don't know. Have you applied a forma to your Valkyr?
I don't actually remember if I did so.
Probably be wise. That we can actually take advantage of applying more experience to it, and you can fit more mods onto it.
All right. I already forgot. How does one apply forma?
You go to the thing you're trying to apply the forma to, like your Valkyr, and you press triangle to open up the upgrades, and then you press R3 or go to actions, and it should give you that option for polarization.
Ah, yes. So I have Forma, Umbra Forma, and Omniforma.
A normal forma should be fine. Just be sure to match the polarity of what's going to have the highest drain. It's usually going to be Matter Eye for a Valkyr, or maybe Viserion if you want to have a bunch of defensive stuff on it.
Okay.
Agility, Gunslinger, Lethal Torrent, Magnum Force, Hornet Trick.
All right. Forma has been has been applied.
So your Warframe should go back down to rank 0, or I guess your mastery rank is like 9, isn't it?
Yep. Valkyr is now unranked.
Yeah. Since I'm focusing on my pistol, I'm going to go ahead and get my Gunslinger Warframe. And doesn't she have a bonus if I don't have a melee? Passive. Oh, bonus health without melee. I think I want the maneuverability. But I'll try it out. See how well it works. Huh? Oh, there should definitely be upgraded. Uh, chamber, shell shock. I hardly ever use shotguns.
To be fair, shotguns in this game do kind of suck.
I think it's like the high maneuverability that Warframes have, and like you're not often in like close quarters trying to like round corners and take people out. Um,
Yeah, it feels like shotguns were an afterthought.
well, I feel like it's not that they were an afterthought. They were probably well balanced for like 1.0 before they really increased the maneuverability. Um,
I.e.,
but
they were an afterthought. They that Space Ninja cool, shotgun not cool. Why
it
adjust
was more like
shotgun
an
when
early
ninjas
thought.
don't use them?
I don't know. I mean, you can have silent shotguns in this game. Um, Chilling reload, I guess. Oh, damn! I already had a maxed out blaze. Front row. Scattering Inferno.
So I take it Lopunny is not joining us this week.
No, she is. Oh, maybe. Just not immediately. Scattered Inferno.
Oh, and some of you in the audience may notice that my orbiter looks a little different. Silver
Upgrades,
finally showed
people.
me
Upgrades.
how to actually decorate the inside, so now it matches the outside. I have a brand to
Yeah.
uphold.
I still stand by. Oh, and I started watching the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies, which are wild unto themselves. The
Yeah.
the Amazon dub is not great. I hear the Netflix dub is better, which it's weird that there'd be multiple, but come see, come saw. Um, but it's the first movie. It like really tries to rush through the show, and then up until the second movie is where they introduce Asuka and things start to veer off from the show, and like it has better pacing for that. But then things just keep getting weirder and weirder. But in the process of me watching that show, I was like, you know what? These Avas are legitimately purple, or the Unit 1, legitimately purple, and you tend to lean more into blue. Maybe indigo, but absolutely not the purple that
It's violet.
Unit 1 uses. Violet, purple, but
I went for a very saturated dark violet color.
I
And
mean,
then
from
I
your point
can't
of view,
really.
but it definitely looks indigo on my side.
Oh no, you're not wrong. It does look pretty indigo, but again, that's a limitation of the color palette that I have available to me.
I don't want this.
Because when I was because some of the Warframes, the colors look really, really good and it pops. And other
Mhm.
ones, it's like it doesn't quite match up with what it's supposed to be. Like I could select the purple on one, or in the case of the landing craft here, select purple for the walkways, but it ends up being blue.
Yeah, they've got a whole lighting engine behind it, but I
Um,
guess I need to be gifting you more purple palettes.
yeah, no. I Normally I'm not a purple and green kind of person, but I really just like Avo Unit 1's entire color scheme. It just I don't know. It hits different.
Eh, I don't normally run with higher fire rate weapons, but I'll do that for the Bayheg. Oh, should probably go through what Nora wants us to do. Uh,
Doesn't she usually just want us to do the same thing every week?
Not identically.
Claim
Like
an item
we need
from
to
the
claim
foundry.
something from the
Well, I
foundry.
need to forge something from the foundry, and that would have to wait for at least
You don't have something
kill
just
150 enemies with cold damage.
uh-huh.
Bullet jump 150 times. Well, that'll be easy.
Yeah.
Collect 10 Vohm or fast residue in the Cambrian Drift.
Well, that lines up with what we're going to be doing.
Complete 3 sorties for the Elite Weekly.
That's not happening
That's
today.
act locked. And Xmas Eliminator, that's just always there.
Yeah.
Mission complete 13. Complete 15 missions.
I should have known.
Kill 500 enemies. Not a warning. Yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff she usually asks.
Yeah, she doesn't normally ask to get things from the foundry. Wait, Frigid Blast.
Well, I said mostly.
Later.
Well, yeah, but that's what we're looking for. It's the distinction between.
Okay, let's see. What do I got that's relatively cheap to make?
And something you can finish within a couple of minutes, like a Dragon Key. Those take a minute.
Let's just make 10 10
That'll work.
ciphers.
I've invited you to my group because you don't currently have one.
So how are you enjoying the book that I lent you?
I realized that I had read a book more recently than One Fish, Two Fish. But that would be the Bronze Dragon Codex from like 2008. But I'm like running into the issue where I am taking in a lot of information and it is letting my brain kind of like uh contemplate what these things are, what these words mean, and how they mean them in those ways, and then I'm like trying to process how everything fits together, and then I
There's
get
a
sidetracked. My eyes are scanning. I am not actually reading go back, and then I read the same sentence 3 times over.
there's a glossary in the back for all of the definitions, pronunciations, etc.
Yeah, but I don't want to read a dictionary before reading the book.
It's not a dictionary. It's like a handful of words, and then it's like, okay, I now have the full picture of what it means. Although, in my
Yeah.
case, I did watch the first season of the show before reading the book. I can
I think
honestly
I'll
say
do
the
it
show
in
is
opposite order.
terrible, but the show did help me with reading the book in one regard.
Yeah.
And it was definitely knowing how to pronounce words and understanding what they mean.
But like that being said, against my ADHD brain, books just do not work. I mean, like fully textbooks. If it's like graphic novels, I can do those just fine because like I can get a much broader picture with like the scene being laid out there. And if I'm imagining the scene, there's so much more of a margin of error that gets in the way of the pacing of a
Many
written
things
book.
have been taken from
So
us.
I
It's
have
true.
not gotten to
But
chapter 1
fortune
yet. I'm
favors
just
the
in the
bold,
epilogue
and
thing
there
there.
ain't none so
But I've
bold
also
as
had a
people
bunch of
with
other stuff
nothing
going
to
on
lose.
that keeps me from doing everything I want to be doing.
Well, against my better judgment, I must recommend that you at least watch season 1 of the show. It'll help.
Well, I'm sure, if I read a book from a universe I'm more experienced with, and I can have a lot more of like applying the visual I have from like a Star Wars movie or a Star Wars book. If they say go to Coruscant, I have two or three movies to go off of. It's like this is what this is supposed to look like, and then I can process things better on from there.
True.
But um,
Um, I think there's also graphic novel versions out there, but I'm not 100% certain on where one would find them.
say that you're modeled after Ava, but those yellow lights are really imposing onto your
Oh,
character.
this is the only one that has this level of lighting.
Yeah, I know.
My
But
Excalibur doesn't
also,
look like this.
I'm pretty certain it's nighttime and, well, the equivalent of nighttime on this asteroid. And also, it's dark. I think this is maybe the wrong turn. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's right. They're not synchronized. There should be a bunch of things you could be mining here.
Huh. Am
That
I
you'll
also
absolutely be
looking
needing.
for a red glowy line, or am I looking for a different colored glowy line?
Red and blue are the colors here.
Okay.
I guess orange, not red. It's orange and
Oh, I
blue.
see. It's the yellow splotches.
Uh-huh. Because everything's organic and harder to see.
Can
Why
I
did
just
those
say
go to
that
the
the
same thing?
Orokin were weird for the way they modified planets?
This was not intentional.
I mean, yeah, it's infested, but still.
There is materials ahead of me.
Huh.
Themica? If a picture's worth 1,000 words, that means I need to read uh 10 words worth of like 10.1 words worth of images in order to get a full image. I'll pretend like that made sense and after the fact.
Yeah. Like, you know my stance on, like, movie and TV adaptations of books and stuff. Normally, I don't
Hmm.
have a problem with them.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like, okay, they cut out, like, X scene here because, like, it made the movie flow better or it made the TV show.
Or they made Hermione pretty because that's gonna make for a better uh thing. It is daytime.
Yeah. Makes for better marketing and so forth. Um, but when I watched after I read the first book, Wheel of Time, and then watched the show, after watching the show, my God, it made me hate the show so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say they butchered it, they butcher it. It's not like the changes they
Another
make.
thing
Half of them don't even make sense, like within the context of the story.
another thing that came to mind was I suspect that uh it's not gonna have another chance to be adapted because the first adaptation did so poorly and it's just not gonna get the audience it deserves. What kind of investment in my time in this book is going to be redeemed, you know? Because, like, this universe isn't going to be paid off with future benefits. I'm just going to have the enjoyment I get from the book. And I'm already kind of aggravated by other properties that, like certain webcomics I've read, that aren't going to be adapted. and given the respect that they deserve.
I just realized I forgot to equip myself for fighting the infested and other
Oh,
freaky life forms on this planet.
the infested in this open world area alone have different weaknesses. They are weak to blast um, weaponry. So that's what I was doing at the beginning of mine. Probably should have mentioned it. Ooh, thought I could. So yeah, big open world.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say that the show did poorly. It did get 3 seasons, which is and unlike Rings of Power, it wasn't like, oh, just handed the king's keys to the kingdom and told, hey, you're guaranteed 3 seasons. They were only guaranteed the first season, and then they got greenlit for 2 more.
Where did it initially show up? Was it Apple TV?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. And Amazon has a habit of like in Rings of Power, they were like, yeah, you're guaranteed 2 seasons right out the gate, and then they were like, now we're gonna renew you for a 3rd one before the results of season 1 are out. But with Wheel of Time, they only guaranteed them the first season and then gave them 2 more. So it wasn't technically a failure so much as a declining viewership after the first 2 seasons.
Okay. I don't know why I thought there's only 1 season.
It's because that's the only one I watched. Yeah, honestly, you could probably just read, like, if you wanted to get invested, the first 3 books, I think, are probably going to be the ones that are the most, like, investment heavy. After that, it's, like, how to put it? It's the type of plot where what's the word I'm looking for? Even though there's like way more books in the series, the main plot that starts in the first one, I'm pretty sure concludes in the 3rd book.
Yeah.
Because without spoilers, like the first book's whole
This one's an adult.
whole story arc is
Fully grown.
it involves the protagonist being a reluctant hero throughout most of it.
As any good hero's journey starts.
And he kind of stays the reluctant hero throughout, even after the climax. I'm not going to spoil why he stays reluctant, but it is interesting.
I mean, is it fair to say he didn't sign up for this shit?
Pretty fair, yeah. Neither he nor any of his friends really signed up for it. They just kind of... Basically, this universe's Gandalf stand-in just kind of shows up and is like, yeah, the Dark One is after you. I don't know which one of you they're after, but they're after you.
I mean, typical,
And now you must come with me if you want to live. And they're like, what?
typical Gandalf stand-in behavior.
Yo, who killed all the fish?
I have powerful parts. Is that Mother?
What?
Is Mother snoring? I'm not waking her up.
Yeah, she'll just give us busy work.
I mean,
Also, I could have
her
swore she
tokens
was.
are going to be useful.
I could have swore she was, confined to their little fortress.
She is confined to the network of that thing. I think she can like move her consciousness between them. Why can't I? Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay, so multiple bodies, one consciousness.
Or maybe it's one body that can like worm its way through like a starfish kind of thing. I don't know. How do you explain it? Imagine an octopus sock.
I don't like where this conversation is going. I think we should stop.
Like, I cannot get this thing off. Alright. I have no melee. Alright. It's dead.
But yeah,
I think this.
I will
noise
say
probably needs to come down a
Gandalf,
little
at
bit.
the very least, when he comes in and is like, yeah, the Dark Lord's looking for you and the thing that you hold. Like, at least he gave Frodo most of the details he needed to know before sending him off to Mordor. Like, technically, he's not looking for you specifically, but he's looking for the thing that your uncle left to you.
For this little one.
Okay. But yeah, I'll definitely be getting further into it in the coming weeks.
Yeah, it is a hefty read. First one is a hefty read. The second two books are much shorter in comparison.
I guess that you don't need to do so much exposition.
Yeah, because like if you read the first one, you already know all the details of what's going on, the state of the world, all that other stuff. Oh. And I have no idea where you disappeared to.
Ah, I'm in the same spot. You left.
No, you went off in a different direction, and now I'm trying to figure out where the heck you went to.
I'm still in the same river as before. Do you like spearfishing flying fish?
It's a little easier to hit them, yeah. When they spawn in, anyway. And don't instantly get got by whatever the heck it is you shot earlier.
That was a AoE from my weapon. It just goes off every time I get 1,000 affinity.
Yeah, no. One of the more interesting things about Wheel of Time, though, is they don't outright state it, but it's heavily implied that it's supposed to be our world in the very distant future.
Another Adventure Time, huh?
Yes and no.
I was teasing.
They do, like, the things that they say in the first book to imply it, are far and few between. But, like, as you read it, you begin to think, well, wait a minute. What they're describing sounds an awful lot like skyscrapers and flying cars.
Sounds like a spoiler to me.
it doesn't really hold much in terms of actual plot relevance.
Yeah, but it's still a nice discovery I would have made. Uh,
And they keep the
so
descriptions vague enough that it's like, well, maybe not.
alternatively, you said that you recently watched a trailer for the new He-Man movie.
Yeah. I have some thoughts on it.
Such as the casting.
Not sure why anybody would continue to go with Jared Leto for any character in any movie.
I mean, the craziness brings a certain air to it, wouldn't it?
I mean, considering the last few movies he's been in were literal bombs at the box office that didn't even make their budget back. He seems a bit risky of an investment to go with.
I don't know the box office for Tron Ares. Did that do poorly?
Very. I think it officially killed the Tron franchise once and for all. Which is saying something, because Tron was already on life support.
I thought Tron Legacy at least looked good.
I mean, Legacy was interesting. Not interesting enough for me to go to see it in theaters, but it was interesting nonetheless.
Who did you kill over here?
Who did I kill?
Must have been that guy.
Yeah, this purple thing.
No, this thing. That guy needs to be saved.
Wait, what?
You need to get a tranquilizer for the guy I marked.
I don't have a tranquilizer.
You don't have a tranquilizer.
Not to my knowledge.
Well, I guess we need to go grab one then.
This one's an adult. A septic cryptolex. I confess, I'm deeply fond of these obnoxious little pests.
Outside of Jared Leto being Skeletor, which
As far as that, everything else goes, I'm fine with the casting that they went with.
the
for
main
most
guy
of the
looked
other
like
characters.
a generic white blonde guy who could look good with muscles.
Yeah. My biggest concern is, why did they decide to set so much of the movie on Earth? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Earth is a part of the He-Man mythology, but it's not
A cheaper set, I guess. Or maybe it's for people unfamiliar with the franchise who had a better foothold for familiarity.
Because, I mean, they did that with the last time they made a He-Man movie back in the 80s. With Dolph Lundgren. I think I pronounced that correctly.
I also don't know how to pronounce his name.
Which, again, that one, at least for He-Man himself, the casting was pretty spot on. Generic blonde muscle man.
If he can fit inside the mold that's supposed to be used for every character, then good casting to me.
But that movie also did the whole, like, oh, we're gonna, like, spend 2/3 of the movie on Earth with them not understanding a single thing about how Earth works, and it's just like, that's not what the children yearned for.
The children yearn for the fantasy worlds. They yearn for the minds.
But I mean, who knows? It might literally just be the first, like, 10 minutes of the movie takes place on Earth, and then it's, like, off to Eternia.
I mean, that would be good, but I'd sooner place my bet at 30 minutes. Now, who's gonna sell you a tranquilizer gun? The sun over here. Alright. We're gonna have to go off-world. Shh.
Where did you disappear to?
Yeah, it's over here. It's only 500 standing. Um, I am should be on your map, but it should be the dog footprint thing. Or if you press down on your D-pad, you can open the wheel and fast travel to sun.
My family may choose to live in witless denial of our condition, but I accept it. Deimos is my mistress, whether I chose her or not. Her bitter kisses fester
did you go
in my
inside?
veins.
Yeah. I can
Witness
just
to
sun.
know we are truly become one flesh. I crave to understand
I do
her
not see you.
for myself. Whatever you need to provide me samples of her processes
Interesting little
and
desync
function,
happening between us.
wildlife, I will provide. But if I am to understand
If you don't have any
I
standing
require
now,
them
then you can probably turn in
intact.
some of your
You sedate them. I shall arrange
tags.
retrieval. You shall be rewarded.
Get some standing. Capture Deimos wildlife.
Oh hey, heading for the ventricle. If you find an interesting sample or two out in the chamber, say a Vulpaphyla or Avicea, I'd love a closer look. I can kit you out so it's a more
I
pleasurable
just see what looks
experience.
like a bunch of generic missions.
Missions?
Investigate predator-prey dynamics. Broaden reserve gene banks. Tag and tag Deimos fauna. But I do not see a shop.
Oh yeah, those are they're like gray things with the yellow and blue. Those are tokens. And he will give you 1, 2, 3, or 4 tokens depending on what you can give tags for.
Right. Well, how
And
do I
then
buy tranquilizers?
and then
Hey,
once
friend,
you
round up some infested for the
to get the
ingester
tranquilizer
you denied.
itself,
I do
you
it
go to
myself,
browse
but
wares,
I'm
and
I
it should
see.
be there for
physically
500
inconvenienced.
standing.
Just
But if you
mind the
don't have
process.
standing,
Like any good
then you'll have
antibody,
to get a
they'll
tag
take
and then
you
trade
out
that into
if they
grandmother.
can.
Drink rifle. Oh. I need standing. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay. So yeah,
I shall
what
languish
did we
in
just
weary
get?
solitude until you return.
Burrowing Cryptolex tags. I don't think we have any Ballistopods recently. Ballistopods, Amethyst Nexifera, Septic Cryptolex, Uncommon Evocay. Lots of words.
Yeah, circling back to before. I just think it's interesting that the studio making the He-Man movie went with the original like 80s aesthetic for the character.
Yeah, but that's also the most
Like
that's
when
like the
most
core source.
reboots would have gone for like a modernized design.
I mean, it's still modernized to an extent, but it's like it's a happy medium. It's a little bit more authentic that way. Oh, there you are. You maybe you have some mother tokens from completing things. So let's go to
This is
grandmother,
not how I would have
who's going to be
chosen to
over here.
welcome a colleague, but embarrassment is a luxury I discarded long ago. Frankly,
We're the
my
second to
daughter
last
is an
thing on
entitled
the
self-pitying
fast travel
whelp,
wheel.
my son an arrogant upstart, and my husband a mealy-mouthed relic of his old
And
self.
trade tokens for Entrade
Every
standing.
last one of them has let me down. You
You
may
should
find them
have plenty of
useful.
mother
I
tokens
barely
or
find
son
them
tokens
tolerable.
by now.
If I can count upon your loyalty, we will work well together. I intend
To be fair, I
tame
haven't
this
been back to
place,
this planet
and
since
you can help me.
since doing the story mission for it.
I mean, considering you only need 500 standing, that's like 5 mother
Let us
tokens.
negotiate.
I think you earn them like 12 at a time.
So bounties then.
Yes, there are bounties.
No, you go to
may have the
grandmother,
interest.
Oh.
Disappointing. Indeed.
which is going to be the second last option on the fast travel wheel.
You make sure you stay safe and snug, dear. Wrap up well. It's a thief and a liar, is Deimos. Steals over girls and boys and Cephalons too, like a nasty fog,
Or you can
until all
walk
the
over
bright lights in your memory are quite blotted out. That's why they're like that, you see. So much forgotten. Oh, but we mustn't cry over it. Never that. Help me bring them back, would you, dear? Remember how it's done? Pinch of this, dab of that, mend a kettle, mend a heart,
You,
and it's all one.
Talking to the grandmother now.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wondering why you're just standing there.
which
Out.
option?
The option should be trade tokens for Intrati standing,
Let's you and I have a chat.
and do you have at least 5 mother tokens?
I have 1 universal medallion, or 26
would-
universal medallions.
Yeah, I would not use the universal ones. So you don't have any mother, father, son,
Nope, I
protect
do not.
daughters. All right. I guess we can do a
See
bounty
you later.
and earn some of mother's tokens first,
I'll be right
or
here.
I think it's a little bit
Enough.
faster to do the son's tokens. Just need to find the wildlife.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
you're the
you can't
expert.
do that because you don't have the thing. Yeah, let's just do a bounty.
Together, there is so
Bounty.
much to be done here on Deimos.
15 for science.
Very well then. Farewell.
That's gonna get you plenty.
Unsurprisingly, you are not our only guest. A stranded Corpus agent, Latrox Oon, has run into difficulties amid the Grey Strain. Latrox is useful at times. Kindly see if you can help him at all.
So, the more I stew on it, the more I'm really not certain Star Wars is ever really going to make a comeback in terms of popularity.
Now that Dave Filoni's in charge?
Locate me. I was
Uh,
fire before I got chased off.
while I think Dave Filoni is great for writing like smaller stories, I don't think he has much in terms of like ability to plan and make a bigger, grander universe without there first being someone else's framework to build off of. Because when you think about it, all of the really good things he's known for doing, like the 3D Clone Wars and Bad Batch and all that, it's like all of that was created off of the basic framework that is you know, George Lucas's prequel trilogy.
Yeah, but Clone
But
Wars
now he
also
doesn't have
has-
any per Disney.
Prevent any infested from interfering with it.
But now per Disney's corporate ladder, they don't have any real source material to work off of, and whenever they do bring any of that old material back, it's never the way it was originally designed or intended. Like,
Yeah, but you would never really want it to be, because like, if you have more than one person thinking about something, you can always have a better thought. You can also have worse thoughts, so there's that, but
90% of the time it ends up being worse thoughts.
and if you're looking at it through the wrong lens. I cannot.
Filoni approved how they used Thrawn. Let that sink in.
Filoni approved what?
how they used Thrawn in Rebels and the Ahsoka series, and in both scenarios they turned a character who's supposed to be a threat, because of his like Sherlock Holmes level intelligence and deductive reasoning skills, and they made him an idiot and had him make decisions that no rational commander would ever make. Not even like a, oh, you know, it comes from a place of arrogance kind of thing. Just straight up, he made like baffling, irrational decisions. And then they tried to frame it like, oh, well, he's actually a master tactician who's just probing the enemy to see how they'll respond. Also, where'd you go?
Just around the corner.
Like, yes, it's totally acceptable that we lost the super experimental fighter craft that the Empire invested like an untold number of credits into. That would have been super useful for helping us defend the biggest investment the Empire's ever made. Years late, not even like a year afterwards.
Oh, tough luck. You can't finish the mission now, so there'll be no cake for anyone. Brownie face.
What just happened?
We failed.
Okay. Back to the
Try
drawing
that
board
again.
then, I guess.
I guess. I'm gonna just try to do the same thing. Up. The vote's up.
Made it to adulthood.
But yeah,
Over the
nah.
years, many expeditions of both Grenier and Corpus have
I
become
think
trapped on
Dave
Venus.
Filoni will be better than
Caches of
Kathleen Kennedy, but
resources left behind by
I
the
also
survivors
just feel like the
still
damage
dot
has
the
been
surface.
done.
See what you can find and bring back.
And
Lloyd will show
I
you
have a
what to
feeling that Disney's going to tell him that he has to put all these like unfinished projects that they were working on before she left out into
Time to
production.
make some new friends. Best brush your teeth. Wait,
And I have a feeling it's just going to do more brand damage.
maybe you could use a purifier. The cache
Likely,
might be covered
but,
up with squelchies.
I think that Dave Filoni did good work whenever it came to the Mandalorian, which he was one of the lead writers for, and for Bad Batch and the Clone Wars, especially the Mandalore part, which were completely unexplored by George. George basically had like, all right, there's a planet, they don't like Jedi, and Boba Fett and Jango Fett are from there.
I wouldn't chalk that one up to Filoni because there were other writers who explored that aspect of Star Wars long before Filoni was hired on. Filoni was again working off of other people's framework,
Yeah, it's like all
and he
of
pretty
Disney.
much stuck to that framework. The only thing he changed was adding Death Watch and their bigoted approach to anybody who wasn't a natural-born native Mandalorian, which
Yeah,
led
but
to the
that's still an
decanonization.
adaptation of because like it's changing from one medium to another. I don't know. Maybe I need to read the book that a lot of this is based off of.
KOTOR is another good one to go off of. That's where they really
Yeah.
started exploring the Mandalorian culture and society.
That's definitely on my playlist. I have it added to my library. Where is
Well, that was less than ideal, wasn't it? Mission failed.
Okay,
Did
so
they
we're supposed to
destroy it?
protect... Yeah, they did. We're supposed to protect this thing. But like, holy crap. The number of enemies that just surround it, it's overwhelming. I cannot overtake them all.
Alright, I'll play defense and you play offense.
Yeah, I think Filoni works well as a writer within another framework, or a pre-existing framework for stories.
Over the years, many expeditions of both Grenier and Corpus have become trapped on Deimos. Caches of resources left behind
But
by the survivors still dot the
I don't know
surface.
how he'd do
See
as
what you
the
can
head
find
of the
and bring
company.
back. Lloyd will show you where to look.
Scan logs have registered
Especially
a
since Disney
substantial
still
cache
technically
of
gets
lost
final say and
resources in this
everything.
area.
Or at
Time to
least
make some
you
new
would think that
friends.
they would get
Best
final
brush
say,
your
but
teeth.
they just let Kathleen Kennedy do whatever
You
she
even
wanted with
have
it,
teeth?
apparently.
Maybe you could use a purifier. The cache might be covered up by squelchies.
Excuse me.
We call this a purifier. Once powered up, it establishes a harmonic with local fauna in order to extract data.
Wait a minute, I have an arc. Stupid me trying to wall jump up a cliff when I could just fly.
Alright,
Like I said, I hope
you...
that I hope that in the long run Dave Filoni proves me wrong. I hope that Disney backtracks and finally decanonizes all the stuff Kathleen Kennedy approved.
I don't know about all of it, but...
About 80% of it needs to go. I have not watched the Ahsoka TV series in full. I am just aware of certain writing choices that they made.
Alright, go ahead and grab the MacGuffins.
Ah, yes. MacGuffin.
Yep, they're all on your map. I'll play defense. Alright, put in another battery and then grab some more.
Better. Let's see.
Are you not interested in the Star Wars Starfighter adaptation?
Is it an actual adaptation of the game? Or is it just called Star Wars Jedi Starfighter?
The main character from the game does look like Ryan Gosling, so...
I mean, we'll have to see if that movie ends up being good, but considering almost all of those Lucasfilm projects have been in development hell for like a decade, I don't have high hopes for them.
Yeah.
Like,
can
it's
see
usually
why.
not a good sign when something is in development hell for that long. Like, you know, a year or two of delays, sure, fine. Like, the actors got sick, or you couldn't find the special effects team necessary. Oh no, we
Damn it.
failed. I'm beginning to think that we're not well enough equipped for this.
No, we definitely are. I'm just not using Neja to play defense like I normally do. I don't quite know how to operate Mesa. Go ahead and grab that tag.
What am I grabbing?
The blue waypoint on your minimap. There's like 3 of them over here.
Still dot the surface. See what you can find and bring back. Lloyd will show you where to look.
Scan logs have registered a substantial cache of lost resources in this area.
Time to make some new friends. Just brush your teeth. Wait, do you even have teeth? Maybe you could use a purifier. The cache might be covered up by squelchies.
There you go. I got plenty of tags. Alright, grab your wings and we can head to the next objective.
Oh, I just
Or not.
got wrecked. Probably doesn't help that I reset my Valkyr's rank to 0.
Are you having difficulty taking down enemies?
The bigger ones, yeah. How high up I can go before the game says nuh-uh. Well, I think I found it.
Yeah, it's not very high. What's my waypoint say in distance?
321 meters.
Okay, I meant like 309. And I think I went like directly up, so I think it's probably about 300 or so meters of play space. Alright. I'm just outside the objective. Ready to pop out my wings once we get here.
When it's got juice, a purifier upsets the plants, and they stick their tongues out to taste what's different. Power it up, you'll see.
Power it up, you'll see, he says.
Keep the motile infested at bay while the purifier does its work.
Frankly, I just think that going forward, if I was the one in charge of Lucasfilm, I would just take the old expanded universe and slowly recanonize most of the stories in it.
Is that not what Dave Filoni's been doing?
No.
I mean, sure, there's adaptations
He's been
to it.
cherry picking very tiny parts of it, and that Disney would allow him to get away with. But those cherry picked parts just. Now, this could have just been a Disney thing. Like, like he was told by higher up, you're not allowed to do X, Y, or Z with this character, um, or this plot thread needs to be changed so we can make it line up with the sequels. But generally
Like
speaking,
Operation Phoenix.
yeah. But generally speaking, thus far, not a very good track record with bringing old EU stuff into the current canon. Also, I'm almost 100% certain he was the reason why they thought lightsabers as mood crystals was a good idea.
Lightsabers with what?
As mood rings was a good idea.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry, by that logic, Anakin's lightsaber should not have been blue after the events of Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
It at bare minimum should have been purple like Mace's.
Isn't Mace Windu's lightsaber using a different technology?
That was the original canon explanation behind it being purple. Now it's just, well, you know, he treads between the light and the dark, which, you know, makes his crystal purple. Because he, like, partially bled it, but never let it go full red. God, I hate the concept of the bleeding crystal. It's dumb. Like, I get the idea of trying to make it add a more mystical explanation for, like, why all the Sith lightsabers are red, but, like, what was wrong with the old one of they make it synthetically?
It's not mystical at all.
Like, they make it synthetically, and they use the Force to shape the crystal and the amount of power that the crystal gives the lightsaber. There you go. It explains why they don't run into Jedi and how they stayed hidden. Because, like, the new explanation means they have to go out of their way to find a Jedi Master, a Jedi Knight, Master, or Apprentice, and kill them, take their crystal, and bleed it. And it's like, how exactly do you stay hidden when you're having to hunt down and kill another, Force user for their crystal?
I mean, leopards stay hidden as.
I mean, eventually you would think, especially with how often Palpatine went through apprentices, both the ones we know about and the ones we didn't in the movies.
He also had control over Ilum.
I don't think he did. Pretty sure Ilum's location was kept secret by the Jedi.
After Order 66.
Like, after Order 66, sure. Before Order 66, Ilum's location was a secret. And he had zero control over it.
I think he had. Yeah, I'm talking about after Order 66, whenever he started making those predecessors.
Yeah. Like, post Order 66, sure. Makes sense.
Because isn't that what Starkiller Base is?
Yeah, that's another thing from canon that I want to get rid of.
Yeah, same
Like,
here.
why would you waste the time and resources to turn an entire planet into a Death Star shotgun?
Which warps space and time just
Right,
so you
which
can
one
have
are
a
we
cool
going to?
shot.
Grandmother?
You should be able to go to Sun because of what you grabbed. But I'm also going to hop into a Neja.
Trade tags?
And for what? Refusing to bend the knee to her arbitrary... Am I to understand from your swagger that you intend to venture out there and bring something exotic in here? Excellent. Let's talk equipment.
Do I have a good Last.
As you wish.
I honestly shouldn't be having so much difficulty, anyways. But
Indeed.
Okay, how do I gain the standing? Because when I went to trade tags, all I just saw were a bunch of balloon animals.
Oh, sorry. Capture Demo's wildlife. You should
The atmo's
have
pulsing today, friend. Just smell those pheromones. Bring me back
the
a little
Slive
something.
Lupa
Lisa.
tag and the Vizier Predicite. I believe.
I don't see anything. It just took me to the tokens.
Yeah, the tokens. That's how you get the tokens by trading in the tags. Like, in order to get the investigate predator prey dynamics token, which is just one sun token, you have to have 4 Sly Valupa tags and 4 Vizier Predicite tags. And you got 3 of something. I wasn't looking at what it was. Am I coming through?
Yeah, I need one more Pharaoh Predicite tag in order to get the tokens.
Okay. So we can either do that, and we can also be or you know what? Have you been catching fish?
No, 'cause
Maybe we
we've
can
been
get-
trying to do the bounty.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I got a Neja. I can put a halo onto the thing that we're trying to defend. Well, I should probably actually go to Mother and ask for the bounty.
Yeah, no.
We.
Unsurprisingly, you are not our only guest. A stranded Corpus agent, Latrox Oon, has run into difficulties amid the Grey Strain. Latrox is useful at times. Kindly see if you can help him at all.
I think
Bam.
you may be stumbling
No,
on some sort of nest. There's a
Hey,
lot
let me
more
give you a
nests
halo.
showing up out there. Guard yourself,
You know, I don't.
Tyler.
I've got a carrier with me. Never bring this guy.
There's going to be...
Protect the immediate area from incursion.
I'm just hoping that, maybe they can reverse course on a lot of the stuff they've done to Star Wars,
Took
but
care of the first wave. More are coming.
it's gonna
I
take
don't
a
think
lot.
they're going to. I think with Disney still. Here is a. What is this? It won't tell me. Come scan this. Or not. Yeah, scan it and pick it up.
Weakened Vizier Predicite.
Not what we're looking for, but it will help anyways.
Yeah, I know they dropped that trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but that trailer left me feeling rather unimpressed. Like, it just looks like you made an extended episode of the TV show. On the
I
same
mean-
budget as one episode of the TV show.
Where is... Just defending the area? There we go.
Breach your perimeter. You're almost to me. Don't stop now.
Hostiles eliminated. Utterly eliminated. The area is secure.
Before we can move on, or before we should move on, we should come destroy this stuff.
Locate me.
The Vohm residue.
Near the purifier before I got
Collect it.
pissed off. I remember that much. Perhaps
More over here.
look around there. Trying to pick up my trail.
Here's another one.
Also, earlier this week, I finally watched Avatar 2: Way of Water.
Cool. I have seen it some years ago, and I have not seen Fire and Ash yet. So, what are your thoughts on Way of Water?
Better than the first movie.
You think so?
I think it did a better job of, like, keeping the plot engaging. Like, I could imagine myself rewatching the second movie, and not being like, huh, this was so much better in theaters. And I think part of it is just like I don't think it expected half of the audience to going to see the movie to have seen the first one.
Interesting.
And I say that because, like, it opens up like it's the first movie, in all honesty. Like, yeah, he goes over the plot of what happened before, but it's like,
But that's like
but it's told like,
functionally set dressing.
huh?
That's functionally set dressing.
Yeah, he's more or less just going like, yeah, this is the current situation on the planet, and that is all it ends up being. But no, I rather enjoyed the plot more because of. I think it's just because it felt more like a personal story.
Once
But
powered
attach
up,
your wings
the
and-
purifier's
oops.
influence
Alright.
will
Alright.
make nearby
I already
flora
got the thing.
extrude sensory filaments. These are a rich source of biological data on the
Okay.
infestation.
Do I need to go to that waypoint?
Yeah. Go ahead and collect that, and I'll do this. All that blue stuff's gonna be coming in real handy.
But yeah, like,
For the batteries.
I will say one flaw with the movie that I personally, and it's not even like a writing, like storytelling thing to say, but you can tell that James Cameron originally conceptualized the entire Avatar franchise back in like the 70s. Because, like, you know how the first one was all about, like, oh, strip mining bad and, like, native way of life good?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was like, whaling bad, guys. You know, this thing
Yeah.
that hasn't really been an issue in the Western Hemisphere for over a century.
Yeah. I will say I didn't really like Way of Water because it's like the repeated, oh no, the kid is missing. Let's investigate that. Okay, we found her. Alright, she's missing again. And that was kind of redundant. Them kind of like really making use of like beautiful animation, but not really telling much of a story. Like, this is how the world is. Neat, but where's the plot?
I don't know. I thought it did a good job of both world building and telling Jake Sully's personal story. Also, I don't know what you mean by, like, it reused the, oh no, where's girl? Oh, found girl.
She goes missing 2 or 3 times in the movie. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's at least twice. Uh, where's the batteries? Uh,
Now they did use
really-
the kids getting kidnapped a couple of times, but like,
Yeah,
but they used it once at the
like-
beginning of the movie as the inciting incident of, okay, this is why Jake and his family decide to flee from their home in the forest to go and live among the water people. And then the second time is, okay, it's the third act and we need to have some rising tension here.
I remember it being a little bit more grating, but again, it's been a minute since I've seen it.
Honestly, to me,
Maybe-
the only annoying part was them kind of repeating the whole Jake having to learn the way of life of the native peoples again.
Yeah, they did
Like-
that once in each movie, which is
Like,
Not
okay, we
right.
get
Do
it.
you have a battery?
He's unfamiliar with... I haven't seen Fire and Ash.
no a battery.
Battery? No, I have not seen a
I-
battery.
No batteries.
Battery's not included.
No kidding.
Yeah, no. I think that was the only part that got me, was just them doing the whole... He has to, like, learn the way of life again. Like, I think we could have skipped over that little part.
Yeah,
Like showing his kids struggling to fit in with the fish people. Sure, that's fine.
let's get bullied.
And then, you know, showing where space racism is alive and well multiple times throughout the movie.
Space racism coming to a theater near you.
Like, yeah, it's not just the humans. The blue people also hate each other. You're slightly different from
Where
us.
are
Therefore,
the
we hate
mutalists?
you.
I feel like he should have dropped the battery. Use power cells to activate purifier. I don't have any. They're not
Right.
spawning.
Hey, we're gonna need 25 power cells to activate this heat shield.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Okay, I know I had you collect like 20 power cells before to do this. But we gotta move the goalpost further. You're gonna need 75 of them to power this heat shield.
I think it was 72 the second time around. But I actually low-key like the gatekeeping there, so it like incentivizes you to do whatever you want.
Like, it's
You
great
can mix
as
and
a,
match.
Yeah, it's great because it's a collectathon type platformer.
Yeah.
But on the other
but, like,
hand, it was a little weird that it's like, okay, wait, why do we need so many?
technically all of them are optional because of that, and I appreciate that. Like, find your own way there. You don't have a battery. You don't have a battery. I think we're glitched. Am I abandoning an objective?
Another Vizier Predicite.
I don't know. Should I let the
Okay.
timer tick down? There they are. I guess I had to leave or something.
If Mr. Scratchikins
Finally.
pays us a visit and plays too long, the purifier's gonna stop working.
Yeah, no, I personally really liked that about Jack and Daxter. I liked that it was open in its design. But sometimes it felt really deflating when you get to certain parts of the game and they basically tell you, oh yeah, you know that objective that you worked really hard to do the first time around? Yeah, we need you to do double time.
Yeah, but if you, at the same time, if you get everything from the previous areas, you can eventually just skip a later one. It's like it doesn't like the later ones could be optional, and you could just do the easier ones if you wanted to.
I mean, now as an adult, when I replayed the game for the first time in over a decade, I found it was absurdly easy.
Yep.
Like, oh, I remember this game taking me like a solid week to get through. It only took me 3 hours.
I think I've done it in less than an hour. But
Although I was shooting
Jack
for
2
100%
keep
completion
it
at the
difficult.
time.
Oh yeah.
Never got 100%. Got 99.8%. It was the last few
were you missing,
precursor
like-
orbs.
They narrow it down to like where each of them are that you've maximized.
Yeah, I know. But when I look for them, I can't
Each
find
area.
them. So I just said,
Alright, we need one more.
99.8% is good enough. I got the hidden power cell. I don't
Mission
need any more.
parameters have been violated. Mission is no longer tenable.
I blame the mission getting glitched and us like losing 25% of the health while it was giving us any batteries.
I think this is the game's way of telling us, you shall not pass.
We're passing. And I feel really bad because like this is like the easiest mission. And I've done like the level 5 stuff by myself before.
Over the years, many expeditions of both Grineer and Corpus have become trapped on Deimos. Caches of
you have a
resources
Halo?
left behind
No,
by
I do
the
not.
survivors still dot the surface. See what you
Take
can
it.
find and bring back. Lloyd will show you where to look.
Scan logs have registered
Well,
a
Lloyd just
substantial
kept telling us
cache
to
of
insert a
lost
battery to
resources
fix
in
it,
this
and
area.
no batteries were
Time to
available.
make some new friends. Best brush your teeth. Wait, do you even have
Alright.
teeth? Maybe you could use a purifier.
Battery number 1, grab the
Might be
thing.
Covered up by squelchies.
We call this a purifier. Once powered up, it establishes a harmonic with local fauna in order to extract data. Keep the motile infested at bay while the purifier does its work.
Although, when I was watching Avatar 2, I kept making all the jokes. Because I was watching it with a group of friends.
They're just a bunch of Smurfs.
Like, the opening where they bring Colonel Quaritch back to life.
That was such a silly decision.
Is it...
I mean,
the
I
moment
like
he-
him,
The
but
moment they revealed who it was like... I said, darn it, I told y'all to make me 10 feet tall and indestructible, not blue! And then, later when they revealed that, that the super special chosen one, and how she was born, I made a very... It got laughs, but it also got me told off to go sit in the corner. Bad.
so, man, watching Avatar, wait, water. Have you? When's the last time you saw Shin Godzilla?
I'm wanting to say about 2 years ago when I bought it on DVD and watched it with Anthony.
That's something else I recently enjoyed. Rip. Trying to collect all these.
Are we supposed to collect them all in one go?
No, you're supposed to collect 20 across as few things as you want. So if you collect 5 each round, then you should only have to send out 4 poultry. Alright, so we just need to grab 6 more. Try and grab as many as you can. There we go.
A fine harvest indeed. The information received exceeds expectations.
How many have you been grabbing before?
Welfare data.
As many as I could, so about 5 or 6 each time. Roughly.
Okay, we definitely did more than 4 poultries before.
Proximity alert. Multiple infested aggressors.
Oh well.
Secure the area to continue with cache reclamation mission.
Easy.
I don't know why I'm still bullet jumping.
I mean, you do need to bullet jump 100.
I already did that. That's why I'm saying I don't know why I'm still bullet jumping.
Please keep the established perimeter secure. Thank you.
Oh boy, I think you made them mad. There's a bunch more coming.
Is there something there? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Now, when Avatar 2 came out in theaters, I skipped it because I was like, eh. Now I kind of wish I had seen it in
Infested
theaters.
casualty rate has topped 50%.
Very. I think it's very proud of its visuals. Looks like Avatar 1 was, I guess.
I mean,
But,
the first one
like,
was
hey.
already visually impressive for its time.
Mm-hmm.
But once it went to the small screen, it was like, oh, yeah, this isn't as impressive when it's not in a theater. But I didn't get that vibe with the
Damn it.
second one.
Get that.
Excellent work, Tenno. With the infested so comprehensively out of the picture, you should be clear to proceed.
Oh man, you made that look easy. They won't be back anytime soon. Hey, there's a cache near here. Maybe it's the one we're looking for.
Cool. About time to wrap this up. Get those mother tokens we're looking for. Huh?
The infestation's that box
We got more of this
gripped
blue
tight.
stuff we
Blast
need to
that
get.
sucker.
Interesting. There is a sporoidal barrier protecting the infestation.
Okay,
Get
I got
inside
this.
it
This is
before
gonna be
it
fast.
Nothing. Maybe we can find another way to break it free. What's that connected to it?
Oh.
I have detected these tumors are maintaining a grip on the cache. You will need to burst them.
Yeah, no. With them doing a Darth
eh.
Maul series, like, I just don't see the appeal at this point.
Because, like, Darth Maul's cool, guys.
Ah, no,
Like,
damn it.
he was cool,
Gotta get inside that bubble
but you
to
already
really
told
get
his
into the door.
story.
That should be enough. Try and break open the box again.
Like, there's really not a lot left that you could go with here, other than,
I mean,
ah, yes,
there
he was
is
in charge of a
how-
crime syndicate.
Now we shall see what
yeah,
the
we don't know how he got there.
We
They
kind of
set
do.
up quite
So quick, I reckon you saved more of the box contents.
just by being
Lloyd tells
Assist?
me you have a cache
Yeah.
unlocked.
Just
Decent enough haul.
by
Yeah,
virtue
that's,
of
that's not an
I'm
explanation.
not
That's not a
sure what we
story.
would do without these occasional
story
I mean,
was-
sure, it'd be easy, but doesn't
the
mean
story was
we know
he
how.
found the guy who was in charge of the syndicate before, killed him, said any other takers? They said nope, and there you go. He's in charge.
Yeah, but you can still make that interesting. Also, who's that Jedi who's with them? Why
Doesn't
is he
matter
not
because said
killing her?
Jedi will not be relevant to anything outside of the show. That is the
Alright, so we
sad
got
part.
mother tokens. Now we can start putting a hole in, or filling the hole in that bucket. Alright. Wonderful. Wonderful. Not locking in.
And it's just kind of funny to me.
At least
'cause-
the animation looks better than Clone Wars or Bad Batch.
yeah, means they
Marginally
put
so.
budget into it.
Yeah. Let's see. 24. Wow, why do we get 24 other tokens? Oh well. Now we can go to grandmother
Welcome, Tenno.
and then
Where
trade
is my
tokens for
doormat?
Entradi standing.
Very well. I am reasonably certain I shall see you again.
The boy was rash. No, go on, dear. As you wish. Shall we?
Just go ahead and trade all of them.
Sure. And after that, you can go buy a tranquilizer.
May you have much scurry back
Pop it out.
quick.
Wait, I think that only
Sleepy
traded one.
Should at
Husband and wife.
least 5. We did just get 24.
Oh, always nice to see you. Do stop by again.
I have the honor of a name and a little taste of freedom. Whatever you're doing out there, Tenno, keep at it. Farewell. Travel safe. See you around.
All right, I finally did it. I have acquired a tranquilizer gun.
Fantastic. So that means now we can get wildlife and earn standing the easy way. a And I don't need to stay as
Now,
a
how do I
ninja.
equip it?
It's gonna be in your gear wheel, in your arsenal.
All right. Cool.
What am I forgetting? What would you say your favorite, like, military-esque shooter is,
Uh,
regardless of how cartoony it might be.
Favorite military shooter?
Yeah. Cartoony or sci-fi.
I mean, personally, I just have a soft spot for Star Wars Battlefront 2.
What's your number 2? Because that's a very valid answer.
Um, like, I don't play first-person shooters all that often.
Could be third person. Could be more of a platformer.
Shooters in general, really, but as far as military shooters go,
Oh, I forgot to get rid of my melee.
I mean,
Damn.
like, are we talking
'Cause I was
strictly
thinking-
military, or like just
Nope.
generally speaking involves a lot of running and gunning?
Like, has multiple units of on one side, whether that be narratively or not.
Because I was about to say Tomb Raider, but like that one's not really like military.
Yeah, not any level of like cooperation there.
Unless you're on the multiplayer.
Oh,
It
I
does
was
have a
thinking, like,
multiplayer. I've never
original
played
Tomb-
its multiplayer. It's there. No, that's actually tough because I don't have a lot of like shooters that I play.
Battlefront 2 is a good enough answer. What do
Yeah.
you like about Battlefront 2?
I think it's just the variety in the classes, and I kind of like the fact that, you know, outside of playing the online mode now on PC, where, you know, everybody has been playing the game for 20 plus years like absolute sweats, everyone's kind of on an even playing field. Because, like, in order to be a sniper, you have to really get good at being a sniper in-game. Whether that's just by virtue of getting good at aiming without an aiming reticule, or by camping. I preferred the former option. It's more satisfying when I'm not camping and I'm just running and gunning and taking people out with like one solid shot. Because like every class has like its advantage and disadvantage in a way that it gels with me. Like, yes, the engineers carry around shotguns, which do a lot of damage per shot, but leave you vulnerable in between shots because it takes it a second for the cooldown timer to run out on it. Or like, you like playing elite units like the Jet Trooper? Yeah, try not to get shot, because they go down fast.
Go ahead and equip your wings and then your tranquilizer rifle, and then you should be able to hunt down stuff pretty quickly.
Alright, so what are we hunting?
Just like whatever shows up on the scope. As you shoulder the weapon, it should bring up a waypoint on your periphery, like something nearby. Like over here. Why are you not falling down? Okay.
Why are you running?
Over here, I managed to tranquilize 2 Zero Predicites. And back to the air. Another tranquilizer rifle, and see what else we can find.
Like, I'm flying around and it'll tell me, oh.
Yeah, there'll be
Distance
like
to
a little.
target, and I'm not seeing anything.
Be like, yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of things either, but there should be like uh, a blinking yellow thing on your periphery. There's something over here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a blinking anything. I do. Oh, wait, I saw one. Yeah, no. And I think the other thing I'd really like about Star Wars Battlefront 2 was I liked the fact that it had a proper campaign and just the different modes of gameplay, like the Galactic Conquest and Capture the Flag, etc.
Yeah.
Something that was sorely lacking in EA's reboot.
Yeah, they were a lot more into like the spectacle of things. Don't get me wrong, the game looks great, but
I was
they
like,
didn't have like. I feel like Battlefront 2 is like a RTS kind of repurposed into a first or third person shooter. That makes sense?
I mean, maybe? I mean,
It's like,
because the conquest mode with the capture the flag, or not
well, the
capture the flag, but with the
conquest,
command post, it does feel like it's supposed to be RTS a little bit,
yeah.
but then like the main gameplay loop.
Is absolutely like a first or third person shooter, but like the objectives for the team being like split up the way that they are. Like, hey, you need to capture these command posts, or I was thinking about like maybe mixing those together.
Okay, that took way too long for me to find those.
Yeah, they usually. Oh, there's something.
Aha. What's your favorite obscure video game? Any genre?
That's such an interesting question because, like, what is obscure? For like a mass-produced published game, I'd probably say like that isn't like quote unquote indie. Would be War of the Monsters for the PS2, where it's like an arena fighter, but it doesn't take any like cues from any fighting game, and it's really just like destroy the environment and take out your opponent at the same time. While if you are counting indie games, then I'd probably say Unsighted, which is very Dark Souls like cyberpunk uh pixel top-down Metroidvania. Uh w- Similar to Jack and Daxter, has like a very open m- means of progression. They have like a suggestion of do this, this, and that, but and in this order. But you're welcome to do whatever, really, before getting to the final boss. And for the most obscure, I would probably say Chronotron, which is neither indie nor purchasable. It's just like a flash game and puzzle platformer where you have to functionally program a robot to do a set of tasks by playing the game as a 2D platformer. And then it records your inputs and apply those to a past version of yourself whenever you go back in time. So you might need to program the robot to walk forward 5 steps, step on a pressure plate, wait 5 seconds, and then go back. And then you can go be the next robot in the chain and like walk past the pressure plate, walk through the door that the pressure plate opens up, walk back through, and then rejoin with your past self in order to progress to the next level. And they do a magnificent job with time loops and everything like that. And at any time you would create a different environment that your past self can't handle, it creates a paradox. And it's like you have to redo the level.
Snake? Snake? Snake! You've created a time paradox.
So yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite indie game that could be considered obscure?
Favorite indie game that could be considered obscure?
Yeah, certainly not Minecraft or Braid.
That's actually a tough one. I don't know how many games I own are actually indie games.
Oh, shoot. And I'll see if I can think of a publisher because
I mean, I guess Gravity Rush, or not Gravity Rush, Gravity Circuit.
yeah, see that works. I don't know how obscure that is though.
It's not particularly obscure, which is why I hesitated to even say.
Yeah, but that definitely qualifies as indie.
The only thing I didn't like about it is just the fact that the enemies, or the bosses, when you defeat them, don't actually, like, drop special powers for you.
Don't they?
They don't. They, do these things require more than one? Oh, no, he's down.
Well, I shot him like 3 times.
No, they drop their crest, but their crest doesn't, like, bestow you with any special abilities.
Oh, do you have to like purchase?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know,
just
it's been a minute
purchase
since I
abilities.
played it.
Yeah, you just purchase abilities from the merchant at the home base.
Are they unlocked?
As
Once
you
defeat that
defeat
specific
the bosses, you get more, but there's no particular power-ups that are locked behind a specific boss. If that makes any sense. So, like, the one you would think you would get like, the one ability I used to beat the fast one, I can't remember what his name was. You would think that would be an ability you would unlock after beating him, but nope, it was available for purchase, like, before I even went on the mission.
Hey, give me just a second.
Flying. But otherwise, I think it was it's a perfectly adequate replacement for the Mega Man franchise, if the game devs go further with it. I mean, I guess I can understand the hesitation of, like, directly ripping the whole, copying the boss's power, or stealing the boss's powers after beating them thing. Like, okay, don't want to get sued into the ground or whatever, but, like, you know, I feel like it could have been more rewarding for that. Because then it incentivizes, like, an actual, like, kind of like Mega Man, where you could, it's open, or it's open enough in terms of its, like, the order in which you approach it, but, like, there's an optimal order. You know, like, in Mega Man X, technically it's more optimal for you to beat Chill Penguin first, so you can get the dash boots, and then, I think you do the, I can't remember what the fire elemental guy's name was in the first Mega Man X game. Then you do his level, because you now have his weakness. Plus, dashing makes getting through that level so much easier.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, so you didn't even hear that last little bit.
No, did you say something after I said I'll be right back?
Yeah. I didn't even notice you said I'll be right back.
Oh. Were you talking about Gravity Circuit?
Yeah, I was saying,
It's
I
similarities
appreciate
to
it
Mega Man
having the
X.
open, like, the open gameplay where you can choose to take on each of the levels in whatever order you want. But I feel like it would have been more rewarding if it had gone with the Mega Man X style weakness chain kind of thing, where you can choose to do it in any order, but there is the optimal order of, like, you do Chill Penguin stage, right? Chill Penguin,
Well, like,
you unlock dashing and the snow attack.
What's the point of an optimal order if it's not apparent? You have like 5 things chasing after you.
Yeah, I know I do. But yeah, with Gravity Circuit, that's my only complaint, is that you don't get any kind of special powers from the enemies when you defeat them. Like, you know, like, I would have appreciated that, because then it's like I could have discovered the optimal. Because they don't have names that indicate an optimal order. You know, it's not like Mega Man where it's like Chill Penguin, Flame Stag.
Well, I mean, who wins in Fire versus Ice, really?
Rock Scaravich.
I guess Rock is better than Ice, but I don't know.
Like it doesn't have like the very obvious obvious character names plus obvious like gimmick as far as like what they can do and what the weakness chain would be.
But
Otherwise,
you
I do like
have-
the Metroidvania aspect of like you purchase the upgrades and like it improves the player character's pre-existing moveset.
What? How'd that miss? I got more things down here. Cryptoseptic cryptolexes? Cryptolex? Yeah, cryptolex. Whenever you get a chance to collect them. But what? Forget. Yeah, do you have anything more obscure than Gravity Circuit?
Not in the indie games front, but on the like this was actually mass produced and published by a company and put out on the PlayStation 2.
Sure.
Rebel Raiders Operation Nighthawk. The game game shamelessly rips off Star Wars, and it is chef's kiss, the perfect like I don't want to call it a Star Fox clone because it's not identical to Star Fox.
Rebel Raiders, what now?
Operation Nighthawk. So, like, the premise of the game is it takes place in the not too distant future. Far enough into the future that, like, humanity has space colonies, right? But the space colonies part is completely irrelevant to the main plot because the whole game takes place on Earth. That's just used as set dressing to explain, like, how we can have flying aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're far enough into the future that we can build super advanced, like, anti-gravity tech for things like that. But the main premise is that, like, at some point the UN finally, like, became an organization with actual, like, judicial power.
Agency.
And changed its acronym to the UWN, United World Nations, and became a totalitarian government. And now there's a...
With any sufficient level of power, you get a little bit of totalitarianism.
Well, we're talking full-blown Galactic Empire level of totalitarian. And as a result, a small group of independent nations break away from the UWN, forming the Alliance of Independent... I'm trying to remember if it was Independent States, I think is what they called themselves.
Confederacy.
It's been years since I actually, like, played the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, when the plot begins, you're playing as a pilot who's, like, fresh out of the AIS
Academy.
flying academy. You're certified for flying the F-6E and the YV-27, which are both futuristic aircraft that one of them kind of resembles, like, modern naval aircraft. And the other one kind of looks like if you took an X-Wing and an F-15 and put them together.
Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots and...
Yeah, like, so you know what I mean. Like, they're futuristic in their appearance, but they are very clearly inspired by real-world aircraft.
Like, what if an F-16 had, like, ion thrusters?
basically, when I say it ends up ripping off Star Wars, like, the enemy develops a Death Star equivalent.
Oh no.
It's not like a, oh, okay, it blows up planets or blows up entire, like, cities or something, but it very closely resembles the,
I mean, if you can't blow up a city, what's even the point?
the Uber-Hulk, or you know the ships the Confederates used in, Star Wars.
Yeah.
It looks like the Trade
The
Federation
invisible
ship,
hand.
except, like, slightly modified to look a little less, spherical.
Oh, the donut.
Yeah. And they call it the Strato Fortress, and its whole thing is it's essentially what the name implies. Full blown. It has all the military infrastructure they could possibly need inside. State of the art, like, turbo lasers that eat through shielding like it's nothing. And yeah, that's the halfway point of the game. The UWN completely wrecks the Rebel Alliance. So they're forced to find a new location to build a base at, and they're also forced to use the one destroyer they've captured from the UWN as a mobile base. And then the second half of the game is you having to
Arctic.
Huh?
In the second half? In the second half, do they go to the Arctic? Start making a new base? That'd be hilarious.
There is a mission that takes place in I don't think it's the Arctic per se, but it's definitely a very cold and snowy
Or
region.
Antarctic. Yeah. Because, like, following up destroying a space station to go to a snowy place to hide would be hilarious, but
Yeah. No,
come see, come saw.
Yeah, no, the second half of the game is them launching smaller scale harassment operations and eventually building up to them taking out the UWN's biggest stronghold, called the Omega Base. Which, that's a villainous name for a military facility if I ever heard one.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's probably my favorite. Just nobody talks about it. It's fallen to the wayside, probably because most people saw it as just a generic, flight sim, Star Fox
Like
clone type of game. Which,
Is
not
it
gonna
like
lie, it
an
does
arena?
have
Is it linear? Is it on rails, or is it linear like Rogue Squadron, or is it like an arena like Rogue Squadron?
It's more arena.
Okay.
I think there were a couple of missions where it's more linear, specifically like the ones where you fly around in the bomber, but even those are still pretty open.
Okay.
But there are a lot of mechanics in common to Star Fox as far as like the way you maneuver and do things. Like, yes, you have the brake, the medium brake, normal speed, medium speed, high speed, through a barrel roll.
Yeah. I mean, Rogue Squadron did all that.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, but what I mean by like on rails, like
I know what you mean. Like, Star Fox is straight up like you're flying down the linear pathway the whole time.
yeah, and you get to pick what portion of the screen you want to be in, basically.
Yeah,
Same for,
it sticks more
Kid
to
Icarus
the
or Sin and Punishment.
it sticks more to the all range mode arena based
Gotcha. Okay.
flying. It is
Um,
fun later in the game where you can, like, especially in the final level when you blow up the Omega base. Because in that one, it literally turns into the scene from Return of the Jedi where Lando and the rest of Rogue Squadron have to fly out of the second Death Star before the explosion catches them. And the most fun thing to do is to test your skills at flying by going in at flying out of there at the highest possible speed and avoiding hitting anything along the way. You're not supposed to do that, but it's the most fun way to do that last little bit of the mission.
Naturally.
Especially when you get to the end, because like the camera angle suddenly shifts and you have to avoid crashing into the ground. Which doesn't blow you up instantly, but it does reduce your shields by a pretty decent portion. I also have to say I like the shield mechanic in-game for it.
How does that work?
So you start off with 100% shielding. That is, the shielding is your HP, essentially. And as you take hits, you lose shielding. But as you destroy enemies, you recover shielding.
That doesn't make much logistical sense, but sure.
I always,
gameplay.
in lore, I always assumed it was more or less like
one of the most useful.
Every time you take out an enemy, from a gameplay standpoint, that's just the gameplay loop, right? Incentivizing you to get good at taking down enemy aircraft. In lore, I just assume that it means that the shielding is regenerating on its own after, like, not taking direct hits.
I wouldn't really explain the vampiric nature. It could just be tied to a time mechanic. Oh, we got more ballista pods. I think you can ride on one of these things.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. They do look like they'd be rideable. That's my headcanon for it, is it's just like it regenerates over time, but the game devs wanted you to prioritize shooting down enemy aircraft, so they made it so, like, yeah, if your HP is going down too low, shoot some enemies down. But being a coward.
Nah, let's make it a vampire mechanic. We've engineered vampires.
But yeah, in the halfway point, the mission where you have to defend, I'm trying to remember what they called the first base that they start you off in. But when you have to defend the rebel base from the enemy onslaught in the at the start of the second half of the game, the difficulty goes way the hell up because the enemy's shielding is so much higher than yours, and their guns do so much more damage to you than you do to them. You know, really trying to drill in the hopelessness of the situation they find themselves in that climactic halfway point.
This one's different. This specimen must have looked majestic in the wild.
Oh, we got another ballista pod.
What do you mean invalid launch point? I am on flat ground.
Hopefully I didn't kill that. Where'd it go? But where'd it go? There you are.
Yeah, no, I think
Ooh, how about
in the near future,
a Flash game?
Flash game? X Empire.
Sure, there's a notable Flash game. What's that?
X Empire.
X Empire.
Yes. It's literally Risk, but with a hexagonal gameplay board and a slightly different rule set that I never fully understood, but understood it well enough to be able to achieve victory. Like, the premise, like I said, it's like Risk. You, the player, pick a color, or a color army to use, and then the map is randomly generated each round, or each game you play. And then from there, it's literally just annex as many cities and ports as you can and build up your military resources to overwhelm the enemy. I don't remember if it had a 2-player function on it or not, though.
You think you're ready to turn in and start doing some other missions?
Yeah.
I think we got a good number of tags.
Let's head back.
Well, before you do, try and collect some of these bass residues that are orange. Woo. Hey, Loppany.
You got me a gift?
Did I?
I opened my inbox and there's a gift from you.
Oh,
Oh, look at you
That's
being
neat.
a sugar daddy for Warframe.
somebody's gotta be.
The Jade Noble animation set?
Wait, Kloppany, favorite
Was there a message in there? I think.
D-
It said that I did the thing.
This is the thing that you wanted to do?
Yep.
What is I'm grateful, thank you. We'll start there. But what is this for?
I just thought you'd enjoy putting that noble animation set on a Warframe, maybe.
Now I gotta go look and see what it looks like.
Oh,
But Darkrai, you had a question?
yeah, I was gonna ask her favorite obscure video game. Since that was the topic we were
Ib.
just on.
Is Ib obscure? Ib.
I've never
Ib?
heard of it, so
Yeah, Ib. IB. Her name is Ib, and the game is called Ib. You lose your parents in an art museum, and you don't lose your parents so much as everyone in the museum disappears. And then you like run into this random guy. I think his name's Gary. I don't remember. And then you like, do you know Gary? So everyone in the art museum disappears. And then one of the exhibits looks like it's like alive, yes. And it's like it's a water exhibit thing. So naturally you jump into it, and then you're in like the upside down art world now, and you have to try to like escape or find your parents. I don't remember if we're trying to find our parents or if we're just trying to escape or what. There's a twist somewhere in the middle that I won't spoil for the people who haven't played Ib yet, even though I think it came out in like the mid 2000s. It was that era of like Flash games where
I think this is RPG Maker.
it was like that era where like everyone could make a game, and that's how you got that what's that one bedroom scary game where you get the like it's a secret. What is that game called?
I don't. That video is more famous than that game is.
Not true.
I can't
At all.
answer because I've never heard
We're
of
just
this
on the
game.
wrong side of the internet.
Also, that the game you're talking about is on Switch and PS5. which
Ib?
is interesting. Yeah.
There's so many indie games that are on the Switch. The Switch
Yeah,
has
but,
become like
Uh,
the place to put your indie games if you want to put it on console.
well, for sure, the Vita was popular before that, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna find Chronotron
Okay.
on the Switch.
The difference is the
Uh,
Switch is actually a popular console, both at release and current year.
Oh yeah,
Whereas the Vita died in
like-
obscurity, which sucks because the
It
Vita's
didn't-
actually a solid game system.
yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of the PSP, but no, I think it was one of the two PlayStation handhelds. Had like a port of like every RPG made up until then. I'm pretty sure maybe it was PSP because that's where War of the Lions is.
I'd say PSP had a lot of
The game is called Yumi Nikki.
It's
the
called what?
PSP had a lot of games, a lot of RPGs ported to it.
What's the name of the game?
Yumi Nikki.
Yumi Nikki.
Yes. It was that era of games. Yumi Nikki, Ib, The Witch's House, like all those, like anyone could make
that's
a
all
game, so
RPG
everyone
Maker.
made a horror game.
Oh,
Yeah. That.
Yes.
That
The-
era of games.
The Witch's House MV is available on Steam.
It was
Man, I feel like I
2012.
need that.
Yes. I mean, now people can still make their own RPGs, but like the odds of you being able to actually put it out there and make money off of it if it's an RPG Maker game are pretty low. Because
It was just
nowadays
like the
people look
golden
at it and go,
era.
"Oh, it's RPG Maker," and just scoff at it.
I don't know. It was just like the golden era of like now everyone can make a game and everyone had an idea, and so everyone was just like throwing shit at the wall. And you got a lot of good games out of it. There was this one game where you like wander around a house and you get chased by this big purple guy. Golden era of like crappy,
Big purple guy.
like nostalgic horror games.
It certainly wasn't FNAF, was it? I can't.
No.
I know nothing of FNAF. But I do know
Silver,
that you are
I'm
not.
so surprised you don't know what I'm talking about. This was like you were on the wrong. Where were you doing in 2012?
No, I know what you mean. I told you it's RPG Maker.
But why don't you know
I
any of the
just don't
games?
remember-
You're not getting the references.
It's because a
none
lot of them
were
are
interesting
obscure.
to me, because I didn't. Yeah, they're all obscure. They're all horror, and I was interested in, like interesting mechanics more so than, oh no, the ghost story is scary. You thought it was normal, but it was actually a spooky story.
He was too
Spooky
busy
RPG.
trying to unlock the super gay sex ending in Metal Gear Solid.
Tell me about it.
Is that what you were doing in
There's that,
2012?
Trying to 100% a game that was
2013?
never meant to be 100%ed.
No, 2014. That's what I was doing in 2014. But like, I was playing Armor Mayhem. I was playing Chronotron. I was playing Fancy Pants. Games with like interesting mechanics to them.
Okay, so the RPG Maker
there's-
games were interesting.
I'm not
Depending
saying
on
they
who the
were
developer was for them, yeah.
narratively,
Like,
but like,
problem though with RPG Maker is some people use it as a crutch and just don't bother trying to do anything new or different with it.
if they get the basic scripting done, they just kind of do like basic if statements. Because like Undertale is basically that. It's super basic game development that tries to tell a story and like shows interesting visuals and has you roam around. Also, in early 2000s, I was like first understanding most of the Nintendo back catalog, the Virtual Console. All right, so let's
You are
finally
missing out,
Me in
Nicholas.
2012, I was finally getting into emulators. 'Cause,
Oh, so late?
to be fair, I didn't discover what an emulator was or how it worked until I saw a friend of mine playing Fire Emblem on their laptop.
Yeah,
I was a senior in
figuring
high
out how
school
to
by
play.
that point.
I was
And the
playing all
only
the Pokemon
computer I
games
had
on
access to-
No Cash GBA.
And the only computer I had steady access to at the time was a really crappy, like, I'm pretty sure it was built maybe in like 2001, 2002, somewhere around there. No internet connection, nothing. It was just a bare bones computer for doing bare bones computer stuff. So it's not like I had much time to experiment with trying to find ways of playing older games at the time.
Me
So
in
we're at like
2012, I
2.5
was
hours
12,
into this.
and I was discovering
Doxing
YouTube.
yourself, huh? Oh goodness.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
spoiler
come
alert,
on.
everyone.
Like we haven't already
I was
doxed
born in
ourselves on this channel
1990.
several times.
I was
But,
born in the latest of the
New
1800s.
strength creates new weakness.
it was the lore drop.
And you balance these opposing forces.
So, do you?
Something's out there, dreamers.
I think it might be a good time to wrap this up, and then we can start recording for next
The
time.
midweek video.
That's the idea. I haven't been putting those up because I keep running into issues, like I've been saying. But it looks like everything's ironed out. Everything should be able to record just fine. But yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah. I also need to start doing more streams and or recording videos. I'm not big on trying to edit things, so I'm primarily sticking to streaming. But I do need to do YouTube related stuff more often.
Yeah.
I do
Having
need to get
said-
back doing unfinished business. However, I don't
Having-
know if I'm gonna bother returning to Mario and Luigi Brothership, because unfortunately that game
No?
it wasn't grabbing me as much as I expected it to. Like,
Oh, have
you know,
you
I don't
played Thousand
expect
Year
a
Door?
lot from a Mario and Luigi game, but with a title like Brothership, I was expecting a little more from the plot than what the game is giving me.
Like transforming into boats made of brothers.
I was just gonna say, like,
Nah,
you
that's
know,
more
having a
Paper
plot
Mario
that was
thing.
centered on Mario and Luigi and their relationship to each other as brothers, but yeah, it just
Yeah, we can get into Nintendo's lack of creativity next time. Toodles. All right. Cut. I am pretty hungry. I'm gonna make some food.
Now that I think about it, I too am feeling the hunger.
All right. Meet back here in 30, 45 minutes, I guess.
Yep. All right, everybody.
24.
If you
Yeah.
if you've enjoyed watching this stream, please like, comment. I mean, if you subscribe, great. End goal, if we reach 1,000+ subscribers, I may consider actually showing my face. Maybe. You might only get half my face.
The
I don't know.
incentive.
Um,
That
and I
ended very
promise
poorly
in the
for
near
other people.
future, I will be striving to do more videos or more streams in general. But life has been not exactly
Haven't you
conducive to
seen
creativity
Jurassic Park? You haven't seen Jurassic Park? Life finds a way.
lately. Yeah, life finds a way to consistently make it hard for me to do anything YouTube related. Um, and if you're wondering, I unfortunately do not know how to utilize Twitch because this was not my channel originally. If you're new to the channel, longtime viewers already know the less than happy reasons I have taken over for Petty Doubt. But yeah, no. If you enjoy it, please just like and comment. Engagement is good. And with that being said, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you back here next Sunday. So everybody, so with that said, so long, folks.